I know that it's the oldest religion and that it was founded in religion. It was I really don't know much about it. Good and evil. Nope.
Somewhere in Iran, maybe?
Yeah, probably somewhere.
Very few people actually know that Zoroastrianism was the first monotheistic religion to be practiced in the Middle East. According to historians, Zoroastrianism was founded by a prophet named Zoroaster, and Zoroaster claimed to have received a message from Ahura Mazda. This message changed Zoroaster's view on worship, as he believed that only one creator God was worthy of being worshipped. After Zoroaster received his vision, he began teaching his beliefs to others. A significant event that drastically impacted the spread of this religion is that of King Vishtapa's adoption of Zoroaster's teachings as the main religion for his kingdom. Invasions are the main reason to blame for the fall in the Zoroastrian community, as Alexander the Great's army invaded the Achaemenid Empire. They plundered libraries and torched sacred texts about Zoroastrianism. Muslims are also to blame for the decline of Zoroastrianism, as they invaded Persia in 637 AD. Many changes over time from the Persian Empire to modern-day society have occurred, whether it's being able to convert or having the ability to have mixed marriages. Zoroastrianism is the world's oldest monotheistic religion, and it is still practiced today. Not many people know of the practice of Zoroastrianism because it has so very few followers. There are about 400,000 Zoroastrians in the world, and about only 200,000 practice the religious rituals. The Zoroastrian religion has multiple texts, including the Avesta, which is a body of sacred writings relating to the religion. They also have the myths of Yima, which describe their creation belief.
What is it like living in a society where there are not many Zoroastrians?
It's very disappointing because we have to basically go around and there aren't that many of us, not many people know about our religion, so if someone asks me, oh, what religion are you? I have to tell them I'm Zoroastrian and I have to explain the whole philosophy and concept of it, and it's really disappointing and kind of annoying.
Can you tell us about your God?
Well, we have an intrinsic God, which means like God's all around us. I'm God, you're God, God's everywhere. So basically, I'm not saying there's an external God that's controlling everything or anything like that, or an internal God that's like inside all of us, but just basically everything around us is essentially God. Nature is God. That's essentially the idea.
Do you have a community of believers at Oakton your age or in this area?
In this area, most definitely yes. We have a lot of people. I'm in an organization called SAMWE, which is the Zoroastrians of Metropolitan DC. There's one other Zoroastrian in this school that I know of.
Do you have any personal religious items you would like to share?
Actually, I brought myself a fravahar, which is basically our version of a cross. It symbolizes so many things. I'm just going to talk briefly about it. So the head is of an old man, saying basically that as when you grow old and you pass on, you basically return to God, you return to nature. This center circle represents your soul and the fact that your soul never ever dies out. These wings are basically representing good thoughts, good words, good deeds. And if you notice that the man is facing forward, meaning that he's going to move forward. And these wings, being above this lower body area, mean that if you use them, you'll fly forward. These two bottom areas, represent Sapantamanu and Angermanu. Now, you've actually seen this a lot, like in the movie Emperor's New Groove, when Kronk actually sees the angel and the devil. That's essentially what it is. The Angermanu is like the devil who's trying to make you pick the bad choice. And Pantomime is the angel is trying to make you pick the good choice. It's wonderful. And this tiny tail right here represents the bad thoughts, bad words, bad deeds, which is below the upper body, saying you want to avoid that to excel forward. And that's just a brief talk of this item.
What is Nowruz?
Nowruz is our new year. It's usually on March 20th or 21st because our calendar is much different from the Gregorian calendar. And usually what Nowruz is a lot of families come from where they live to other areas. Like, we have family in California, so they'll come over here and everyone will get together. We'll have conversations. We'll basically talk about our lives. We have a table that we lay out at Nowruz, which has tons of different stuff that represents things. Like, I believe apples represent life and spirituality. And so Nowruz is basically a time where everyone gets together. A lot of the kids receive gifts when they go to people's houses, make them feel better. And yeah.
What is it like having to go to school even while you are celebrating?
It's kind of annoying because, I could be at home with all these family members having a great time, but instead I have to go to school. When I was a kid, of course, when classes were less important, I would stay home and have a great time. But now that I have all these AP classes and college is coming up, I really have to focus. But over the weekends we travel a lot, so it's really nice.
Do you face any prejudices?
Not really. No one really hates us, but people do often mistake me for being Arabic and Muslim a lot. Sometimes I'm thought to be Indian or even Spanish. It gets quite annoying because I'm neither of those things. So, and then I have to go on and explain everything once again, and it's just really bothersome because I want to get to a point in life where people know I'm Zoroastrian, and it's really bad. But I think eventually, once people finally realize, we're here, everything will be okay.
Do many people know of your faith?
Recently, a lot of people have been actually asking me, like, oh yeah, I've heard about your religion and stuff, although I still have to explain it though, but a lot more people than a while ago knew about our religion. Like, before, no one even knew we existed, and it's really bothersome. And so now it's like people are starting to realize we're here, and I'm getting a lot more comments. It could just be because I'm getting older, but it's really nice now. People know what we are and what we're about.
In the 2012 Olympics in London, there will be a temple for Zoroastrianism for the first time. How do you feel about this?
I feel wonderful. The fact that we're getting representation in something is just really great. Like, now people are going to realize we're there, and they're going to go online, and they're going to look us up, and they're going to find out all about us. Maybe they'll do another project like you guys are doing right now. It's going to be wonderful. And news travels really fast with us, so we knew about this a while ago. We were all like, oh, yes, we're getting representation now. It's the best. So I feel really great.
Explain any misconceptions of religion.
Well, a lot of people believe that we don't worship fire, and we technically don't, but we do believe that it's like an element of the earth, just like water, air, the earth itself, and there are a lot of things that we can technically, like symbols, that we can take representative out of. Like, you can learn what this is in our language, Farsi, or even just learn a moral lesson out of these symbols. It's pretty cool.
Thank you for talking with us today.
No problem.